You ride all the way from Malaysia, you ride within Singapore, or cross-country rider, no matter who you are, we all feel that aches and pains and the niggles. I can understand. I'm a rider too and a physiotherapist. This video is all about small hacks, what we can do in the traffic signals. Sometimes when you ride motorbike in Singapore and when I go for home visits to see patients, the security usually asks me, seeing me as an Indian face and riding a motorbike, they'll ask me, delivery, yeah? That's the first question they ask. Yes, my third delivery, urgent delivery. I'm delivering a physiotherapy service. We all know that motorbike riding is more efficient, faster to reach a place, and the benefit outweighs the risks. And yes, we do it, but there is issues, particularly we as motorbike riders do get neck pains, back pains, wrist pains, numbness in the wrists. These are all common issues which we face, and then since I have even faced some of them myself, so I thought that me as a rider and also as a physiotherapist should share some idea how we can cope with this. It's not about strength, it's about constant position for a long period of time when you ride. So constantly holding on to the brakes and the handbars, sitting upright, and your legs in the same position, constantly doing the same thing, can result in discomfort and pain, particularly because your endurance muscle have to hold you in the same position. Riding in the traffic signals, as I spoke earlier before, you ride and you have to stop, you ride and you have to stop. You're constantly using your fingers and your wrist, which can also hurt you. I see this in the other way. So since I said that a constant ride would cause more difficulty, I see traffic signals as more of a relief than a stress. So to conclude, it's just not the riding, it is the continuous holding which causes the aches and pains. So what do we need to do now? We need to reset. So without resetting, we have pain. So who helps us? The traffic signals. So what are all some of the exercises which we can do in the traffic signals to reset our body so that we have lesser difficulties and less or no niggles at the end of the day? So this video is all about small hacks, what we can do in the traffic signals. So when we ride, so you are holding the handle, you're holding an upright posture, your shoulder, your neck and your back holding in one particular position for a long period of time. Let's go step by step. When you are wearing the helmet, especially for longer rides, you know that there is an added weight and your neck has to work more to stabilize your head. So when you stop, you do a small reset, a gentle nod up and down, left and right, slightly to the sides, and a little tilt. No need to be aggressive, just enough to release tension. So this eases the tension in the musculature and allows your blood flow also to go through and pass through up. There are riders who do get headaches when they ride for a long period of time, and this could be because of the cervical tension, so it could help you ease the headache as well. Now coming to the shoulders, most riders don't realize that they have to round, or they do round the shoulders to hold on to the handlebars, but this constant rounding can actually narrow the space over here where there is a lot of nerves and blood vessels running through, and this in turn can actually block the flow, and sometimes we all would have experienced numbness in the wrists and fingers. So when we hold this one, the shoulder becomes rounded, right? So when you stop in a traffic signal, you can open up your shoulder, retract, raise it up, drop a little, relax your trapezius, which is over here, and simultaneously, since we are rounded and your scapula behind is going forward, what I usually would do is to do some retraction exercises. So a small correction, a small reset whenever possible at every pass you have can actually help you with that. So just consciously dropping your shoulder, opening up and doing these exercises just for 5 or 10 seconds could make a lot of difference. Talking about wrist, yeah, I've already seen riders doing this when they stop in the traffic signal. Yeah, it's a very natural thing, I think. So anyway, so what happens is, since you're constantly holding on to this one, the muscles which are over here runs through a small tunnel, and this tunnel is also the passage for all the blood vessels and the nerves which are running across and supplying the fingers and the hand. So when it is under constant pressure, holding on to something without resetting, what actually happens is they can get pressed. So we feel that numbness in the fingers and the wrist, also in the palm sometimes. So all you need to do is to just relax your wrist for a few seconds, do some wrist circles, opening of the fingers, particularly because they are closed. It is important to try and open the fingers up, so this releases the tension, allows a better blood supply. And some of the common conditions which riders can have is carpal tunnel syndrome. So little resets here and there can prevent this in a long run. One more thing is your sitting posture. The most commonest trouble riders face is back pain. For a prolonged period of time, you got to sit upright. Your back muscles may not have the endurance, and after a period of time, you'll slowly slouch. A rider starts like this, looking good in a Harley Davidson, but at the end of the day, he would be like this. The value of the bike goes. So it's very important to keep a good posture. That doesn't mean that it should be an extremely upright posture. A neutral posture, keeping your pelvis in level and simultaneously opening up your thoracic cage a little, holding on to the handlebars. So when you have a break, and the common exercises which you can do for your hip is your pelvic reset. By now, the pelvic will slowly slouch and go behind, particularly because the extensors have been working for a long time. So the most thing I do is to just try and do some pelvic tilts. Tilt your sitting bone, move it up and down. So this tilts your pelvis. Shift your weight from left to right without troubling the next rider. Either way, and that tilts your pelvis on the lateral side. Handlebars stretches. So be careful though when you do these things. I mean, like, watch for the traffic light as well. But I can say something, if you can start doing these resets in the traffic signals, soon you'll start to like the traffic signals. All right, I hope you liked the video. Anyway, I have a delivery to do, a patient to see. Bye-bye.